It's me, Teresa. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate that. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit subscribe, comment on this video, and share me out. That's what I would love for you to do for me. Anyways, on this channel, I like to do product reviews, hauls, all types of hauls. I've been doing Temu hauls lately. If you haven't seen them, I'll put it at the end of this video. Anyways, let's jump right into this. I am a movie head, okay? I love movies. I love series. I love TV. I don't know. I just like watching it. I feel like I need to be getting hollered at by somebody who wants me to review their movie. Movie people. Anyways, I love anything to do with TV. I don't know. I'm at home. I'm raising my, I'm taking care of my grandkids. So, it gives me something to do for me, especially when they go to sleep. So I did this review. I did this recommendations about 2 years ago, but it was Netflix, TLC, Amazon Prime. It was all kinds of things, and I will be putting that link at the end of this video as well, just in case you want to see some of my former recommendations for what I watched. Because those shows are still valid to me today. I still rewatch some of them sometime. So anyways, this is my new list for Netflix recommendations for 2023. This is just my opinion, stuff that I like. So let's jump into my first one. And it's no particular order. I just wrote them down, made some little notes, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, the first show another thing about me when I watch my shows is I like watching stuff that is random. I don't like to just go to the things that I'm familiar with. I watch all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. If it sounds interesting, I'm going to click it. So that's what I did with this first one. This one is out of Korea. It's a Korean movie, and it is called Extraordinary Attorney Woo. And this is from 2022. It has 16 seasons, 16 episodes, and it's a really good show. It's about a cute, quirky little Korean girl. She's on the spectrum of autism, but it's enough to irritate people around her. Like if she's trying to go out the door, she got to try like that, like 20 times. You have to be patient with this movie. It's very inspiring for anybody who has autistic kids. She's also a genius. And if you look at some of my other recommendations, Atypical was like that. It's a boy who was autistic, but he survived through high school, junior high school, having a girlfriend. So I feel at the end of it, the message is you can do anything no matter what you have working against you. So that's the thing with Attorney Woo. She is extremely brilliant in law. So there was a company that took a chance on her through all the stuff that they have to deal with her. You know what I mean? But she's still the best attorney that they have. So do you deal with her and everything you have to go through with her? Or do you take her because no matter what, if she reads something, she remembers it. She has a photographic memory. But there's a lot that goes along with that. You know what I mean? Let me see what I wrote on that. It's an inspiring, heartfelt type of show. And I really think you should give it a chance, especially if it's something different and you've never seen. Go ahead and watch it. Let me know later if you liked it. All right, number 2. And I'm going to be popping up the pictures right here as we go along, okay? Or whatever side. I don't know. But number 2 is the Upshaw. That is like a sitcom show, but it's so funny. The stars in this show are heavy hitters. Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, Kim Fields. Come on, you can't, you know what I mean? But I love this series. And they're on 4 seasons already. It was Emmy nominated. It's down to earth, realistic commentaries about everyday life. Mike Epps has a son that came out as being gay, so they're dealing with that, real topics in the world, Kim Fields is married to Mike Epps in this show. Wanda Sykes is Kim Fields' sister. She is so funny. She don't like Mike Epps' character. Let me not say Mike Epps, his character. And so she's always throwing jabs at him. And if you know Wanda Sykes, you know it's funny. You know what I mean? And also in this show, Mike Epps cheated on his wife and had a child outside of that marriage. So that kid is coming around now. So it's real life issues, but in a funny commentary type of way. I love the Upshaws. You guys check that show out, okay? The next one I have is another one that you really wouldn't think of. It is called A Man Called Otto. The main star in this show is Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks. I just think he's a really good actor. It came out in 2020. And he is mad at the world. He lost his wife, and he's just an angry old man in the neighborhood. Nobody really messes with him. You better get it right, or you're gonna have to hear his mouth chewing you down. But on the same hand, they don't understand him because he's very depressed, suicidal even. So it's just a whole lot of layers, but it's a very kind of calm movie. It's not like an action-packed movie. So if you just want something that's heartfelt kind of, then you might want to watch this, because then a neighbor moves in that's lively and upbeat, and things start to change for him a little bit, and I love that. So go ahead and check it out. I thought it was a good show. Okay? And it's a movie, it's not a series. Another one that I like that you probably never even heard of is Annie with an E. This one came out in 2019. It's a series. They're on their third season. I randomly clicked on this show because I tend to like shows that are about like teenagers being in foster care and everything that they went through. That's exactly what happened to Annie. I guess her parents were never around and she was in foster care almost all her life. But she's a very upbeat, fun child. You know what I mean? Like, she likes to laugh. She has an imagination. That's how she gets through life. Even though it was very rough for her in those what you call those things, group homes. She used to get bullied. She used to get talked about. She used to get beat up. So her imagination is all she had. And then all of a sudden, there was a family in the town called Green Gables. It was a brother and sister elderly couple. They're not a couple, but elderly brother and sister who lived together. And they asked for some help on their farm. And they wanted a boy and a boy only. Whoever transported them over there sent Annie with an E. So they didn't send the boy. So the lady kept trying to send Annie back. Now remember, this is a child who's been through a lot in the group home setting. She didn't want to leave. So the way this story spins out is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I can't wait for the next season to come. It's definitely like a family movie, I would say, because she's just a young girl. I think when she got there, she was probably 13, 14. And she, you know what I mean? So it's a whole thing behind it. Great family movie. Go ahead and check it out. I think you'll love it. Okay, and the next one is a show called New Amsterdam. This one came out in 2021. It is 4 seasons in, and the reason I like it because it's based out of a hospital. The hospital is called New Amsterdam. And if you know me, you know my whole life I've been in the medical field. So that's what made me click on it. Just like you guys watch Grey's Anatomy, I'm watching New Amsterdam. You know, so there's a doctor there called Dr. Goodwin, and he doesn't like the way the system is in the medical field. He feels like they care more about the bottom line than they do the patients. So he came on, got the job as a medical director, and he's trying to change all that. So needless to say, the higher-ups are not feeling Mr. Max Goodwin, Dr. Max Goodwin, okay? They don't like the changes. They don't like that he's trying to put the patient before the dollar, because he'll do treatments on them and surgery on them and don't charge nothing. So you know they don't like that kind of stuff, honey. And so I just thought that was very interesting. I really enjoyed this series. I cannot wait for season 5 to come out. I'm waiting for that. All right, let's move on. The Harder They Fall. Now, y'all know this came out in 2021. Jonathan Majors, You know who he is. He's in Creed 3 with Michael B. Jordan. Regina King. We all know Regina King. Idris Elba. Lakeith Stanfield. Oh, heavy hitters. It is a Western inspired by a real cowboy story. It's an action film. The fighting and the cowboying that they do in here is crazy. They try Jonathan Majors and his crew of cowboys are trying to save a small town while Jonathan Majors that's his real name. It's not his character name. So Jonathan Majors is trying to save this small town from Regina King and Idris Elba trying to take over. They're bad people. So when they come to town, they're killing people. There's fighting. There's just so much action. It's crazy. And the spin on it from Jonathan Majors' childhood when his parents were brutally murdered till the end of the show is unbelievable. Great writing. I love it. I thought it was one of the best movies of 2021. And this is a movie, not a series. I wonder if they're going to come out The Harder They Fall too. Because the way it ended, it kind of feels like they are. So I love that Jonathan Majors came to that town, old country town, western town, with a mission of his own from his childhood, rage that he has to trying to save the town all at the same hand. So it's so cool. Regina King played a serious badass bad person. She needs to do more roles like that. But anyways, great watch, action packed. I don't know with the violence if I would let any kid under 13 watch that, but I think you'll enjoy it. So go ahead and check it out. All right, the next one I have, because I'm just doing 10. So the next one I have is Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton. I thought that was the cutest, and I don't usually watch those king and queen shows. This came out in 2023. 6 seasons, Emmy nominated. And the reason I clicked on this show is because the young girl who ends up being the queen is a black girl. you don't, and that's just the truth. That's why I turned it on. Because you don't typically see that. What black young teenage girl is a Queen Elizabeth or whatever? You don't see too much of that. So I thought, oh, I gotta watch that, and I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. But I thoroughly enjoyed watching her grow into the role, grow into her queendom. Because when she first got there, she felt set up. She hated it. She didn't want to be set up with the king. She was very resistant. But then she started to mature. And the way it ends up playing out was amazing. That's just simple as that. And so, I thought it was really good. And you know who else? Another reason I clicked onto it, Shonda Rhimes was the creator. Who don't love Shonda Rhimes? Hi, Shonda Rhimes. Call your girl. I want to get into acting. I think I could do it. But anyways, Shonda Rhimes created it, so it was good. Since when does anything Shonda Rhimes touch not turn to gold, okay? So it's a great watch. Go ahead and check that out. These are all Netflix shows. I just got a couple more. Let's go on to number 8. The number 8 show, in its no particular order, is The Woman King. This came out in 2022. Viola Davis was the star on this. And we all love Viola Davis, okay? And this was a movie, and it was based out of the 1820s. And so they're like warriors. She created a group of women who are warriors who fight to save their kingdom. And it is inspired by true events. It is strong. It reminds me of Black Panther and how the women were in there, like rah, with the sticks, and they had their hair and mohawks, and they're going after the men, and they're fighting, and they're chopping their heads off. That's what this reminded me of. Viola King, was it? Yeah, Viola Davis killed this role. I loved it. It's so inspiring for Black women. If you all haven't seen it, please go check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Again, I wouldn't do kids under 13, 14 because it does have violent episode, violence in it because they are fighting warriors. They are warriors, women warriors, and they're in there taking them heads off if they have to. Okay. Number 9. is The Lincoln Lawyer. That's another one that everybody probably would never click on, but me. I like watching different stuff. So these recommendations are my top 10 that I think y'all would enjoy. This show came out this year, and it is 2 seasons in only so far. It's about a defense lawyer who cracks some case, some big case, and he moves up in rank. All of a sudden, he's getting bigger, better cases, more money, but also that causes more problems for people that are bad in the world. You know what I mean? So I love the way that he got his team around him. He's going after the bad guys head on. He does not care. He's a good person. He's trying to prove everybody's innocence. And so Yaya from America's Next Top Model, I think she was on the season that Eva was on, if I'm correct. But y'all know Yaya DaCosta. She plays one of the attorneys that goes against him. So it's Courtroom TV. So if you watch like whatever them court shows are, court movies, it's in that realm. So that kind of has to be what you enjoy. And if you like Courtroom TV, check it out. Give it a chance. Don't just watch stuff that you've already seen 100 times. Okay. And the last one, number 10, is I threw this one in there because I enjoy like superhero movies, and I definitely love Marvel. I don't think this is a Marvel, but it is a superhero type thing, and that is The Flash. The Flash is from 2022, I believe. There are 9 seasons in, and I just like the whole storyline of how he became the Flash. When he was a child, somebody came into his parents' house and killed his parents, and he got struck by lightning. He was in a coma for like 90 days. And when he came out, voila, he was the fastest man on earth. So just that type of storyline was intriguing. And watching him fly around like that was crazy. And over time, he built a team because come to find out, he's not what they call a metahuman. He's not the only person with special powers. So you're going to be captivated in this show throughout the whole entire seasons. That's why I watched all 9 seasons, you know? And so this is based on comics. It's super exciting. I think it'll keep your attention. You know what I mean? And if your kids like superhero type shows, then this is the type of show for them. And it's not like a lot of over the topness. So I still think probably rated PG-13 because sometimes when they're killing bad guys, it could get a little graphic, but not too much, you know? So that is my top 10 Netflix recommendations for 2023. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And I'm going to put my other Netflix recommendations right over here and my last 2 Temu hauls. So you have plenty to watch on this channel. Go ahead and run it up for me. Watch the stuff so that I can get watch time. I would appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great, blessed day. I hope everything in your life is going well. If it is not, please pray on it and it's going to be all right. It's going to turn around. Like I always say, don't look back because you're not going that way. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.